I, I have a little story. I was bebopping along on autopilot, going about 65 miles an hour, and I come on to a construction zone where they had actually cut down the lane and kind of pushed it over towards the shoulder of the road. There was plenty of room on the shoulder, but they had to restrict it, so they put the cement blocks in there and little skunk paddly things, little plastic deals right next to them. And I'm bebopping along on this on autopilot, and I come to this construction zone, and the car just starts moving over towards the concrete blocks. And I should have been a little quicker on this. I was not quite fast enough. And I didn't really realize how close we were coming. Well, my mirror hit one of the paddles. And so, good old autopilot, it's going to keep me in the lane, right? It's looking at that lane marker on the right, and there isn't a full lane, you know, because they blocked off part of it. But it's still trying to use that lane marker on the right. And so I'm kind of grumbled. It didn't hurt anything. There was no damage to the car or anything, but it got me thinking. And I've had this before sometimes on autopilot. Construction zones just aren't real good with autopilot. They had that same thing when I came back that same road about a half an hour later, and as I'm coming back, they've got the same exact setup. So they're moving that lane over with the concrete blocks, and it started going over that way again. As soon as I came there, it started going over, and I kicked it out of autopilot and continued on. But I guess the moral of this story is autopilot's not really ready for construction zones. I think I'd be very careful around construction zones. It doesn't, I mean, I've had it work pretty good before, but not so good there. And the funny thing about it is I was taking this little drive because Tesla says, oh, you can get full self-driving. Maybe. If you drive nice for 7 days. And so that was a reason for taking the trip, but you know, just a little extra aisles on the car to see what had happened. And the gig I got was me jerking the steering wheel when I hit that skunk paddle thing. So it was actually autopilot that gigged me. So it's kind of silly, but I don't know. I would be very careful with autopilot around construction zones. It's not always ready. I guess that's it on this one.